Book called Buzzkill a while back, and we're doing a kind of a sequel to it. It's set in the same universe. We're going to bring back a lot of the characters. If you guys read Buzzkill, a couple of you did, I guess. We're going to bring back a lot of those characters, and we're doing this crazy big ongoing called The Paybacks.
Yeah.
And Elliot wants to tell us about it.
Basically, how many of you guys out there wanted to be a superhero growing up? Anybody? Anybody? Kids? Yes. All right, we're all on the same page. Good. What if, all right, you want to be a superhero, but you can't afford it, right? You can't afford the gizmos and gadgets, right? You can't afford the suit of armor.
Or the invisible jet.
Exactly. Now, what if someone out there could give you a loan so you can buy all of those things?
Your giant penny and whatnot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What if somebody could become a superhero loan shark? Now, what would happen, though, if you couldn't pay off the debt? What could possibly happen? They're already excited about it. You should all be clapping and losing your minds right now because we are melting your fucking brains.
The big question of the series, I'll tell you when it's time. The big question of the series is like, who could they possibly send after you to come and collect on all your stuff? You've got all these crazy powers and the suit of armor and all that crap, right? Yeah. Well, enter the Paybacks. The Paybacks are a group of C and D-list superheroes who themselves have defaulted on their superhero loan and now have to work off their loan by repossessing other superheroes. So, up there, we got a big crazy cast of wacky guys.
They're insane. That guy on the very left who looks like a G.I. Joe Shemp almost is Blood Pouch.
That's Blood Pouch.
Yeah, tell us a little about Blood.
Blood Pouch is...
That's right.
Yeah, that's Rob Liefeld clapping in the next row.
Yeah.
I love Rob Liefeld. Let me be very clear, Booty Cool. Rob Liefeld looking at you. Yeah, Blood Pouch is crazy. He's got all these pouches, and he had a twin brother who they had powers together, but then he died, and so he stuffed them in all these pouches so that they can have their powers together. It's way more fun than it sounds. It's really good stuff.
In those pouches is nothing but rage energy.
Yeah, and he can like form different things out of it. It's adorable.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And he's a super bro too.
Super bro.
Super bro. Yeah. He loves two things: Mountain Dew and surfboarding, man.
Yeah,
it's pretty sweet.
And we have Emery Rains, who is our team leader.
Yeah. She's a total badass.
She's a total badass. She's from Dallas, which is where I'm from. It's pretty sweet. There's something about her. It's going to be a big mystery going through the entire thing. Everyone has like a little hook. All the characters have a little secret. So Emery's big secret is going to kind of tie the whole book together and go on. We can't really say too much about it.
Yeah, so we'll move on to that guy next to that. Is Night. He is the Knight of the Night.
It's actually supposed to be spelled, it's supposed to be N-I-G-H-T, K-N-I-G-H-T.
And he's a pretty awesome guy. He is the Knight of London, and he battles people like Reflectoid, Master of Mirrors, Prince of Reflection, and he's got a Knight Shield and a Nightstick, and...
and he rides a unicorn. Well, he doesn't ride it, but
the unicorn's his best friend.
The unicorn's name is Nightmare. Get it?
Get it? Nightmare.
C-M-A-R-E.
Boom! Boom. That's right.
I get paid to do this shit.
Yeah.
And then on the end there is the
Soviet
Nunchuck. That's a character that I came up with when I was like 4.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to figure out a way to put it into a book.
He is the only man to have ever fought in the Cold War.
Yeah, he's the only man to fight the Cold War.
Yeah.
He's awesome. And there's a lot of other big characters. You got Dr. Black, who's coming back from Buzzkill. You got a character named Pterodactyl, which
pretty great. It's all real top quality stuff.
Yeah.
Ski Squatch. Spoiler alert. You will all fall in love.
Yeah. There's a character who his name is Driver, and he drives the van. That's his name. Yeah. But he's based entirely off of a guy named Aubrey Driver.
Right there.
He's getting old. He's all like, hey, okay.
Yeah, all right, yeah, we got this. Cover's coming out this week.
All right, so anyway, that's what The Payback is about. I know that it's an ongoing, it's really wacky.
It comes out summer 22.
It comes out next September.
And after Fight Club 2. And that's how I segue out of what you guys are talking
Yeah,
about.
so Fight Club 2 is a book that Elliot and I are doing.
Yeah, real quick.
It's not really.
My
Okay.
first panel ever, real quick. So everyone started clapping for me. Nope. All right. All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, man. Goodbye, look.
Yeah, Donnie. Really? Sure. Yeah, sure. It doesn't matter. Absolutely. So we were going to have David back out tonight. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it in to the city, but we want to talk a little bit about Fight Club 2. We announced it back in San Diego, and now this is coming to fruition next year. It's going to start in May, and it's a 10-issue series written by Chuck Palahniuk, and it's got Cameron Stewart on art. It's got covers by David Mack. A little sampling right there. If you haven't seen it already, it's going to be really nuts. So I highly recommend you guys keep the calendars marked for May. And well, with that, we can also jump back to Gail. Want to talk a little bit about League of Megalopolis, or if you want to talk about Tomb Raider or anything else you've got going on that you would like to jump in on, happy to cycle that through.
Okay, I don't know what all was said about League of Megalopolis, but anybody out here read it yet? Did you talk about how it started on Kickstarter? Okay, so you know all that. So now we're talking about doing the follow-up stories from that. So hopefully we'll be seeing those coming within the next year or so. And I also write Tomb Raider for I'm not loud enough. And so we've been having a really great time telling the story that happens with Lara between video game number 1 for the reinvention and video game number 2. And Rihanna came on as co-writer in issue 7, and 8 just came out. So we're really enjoying building a little bit more nuance to her character that they don't really have time to spend in the actual game. And working with Rihanna has been really fun. She is the lead writer for the video games, and she kind of is Lara Croft. She's from England. She scuba dives. She rock climbs. She's addicted to Jaffa cakes. So she practically is her. So anyway, we've been having a really fun time writing this incarnation of Lara.
Cool. Awesome. So a lot of you guys are writing about time travel stuff. A lot of you guys are working with new crazy character ideas. I mean, each of you are building your own worlds and all these different creator-owned series. Let's see. Should we open it up to the audience and kind of ask a few questions, as we've got about 10 minutes left, so to see what people are curious about coming out from Dark Horse now and in 2015. Audience. You can ask any question, even to our friends who've sat down, and Tony and Erica, it doesn't matter. Anyone, step up to the mic if you'd like.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
This is on?
Hopefully.
Uh,
Yeah, we hear you.
is there any talks of a Fight Club 2 movie? Any negotiations at all?
Not at this time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been living on in comics. Living on in comics, I'm sorry. Yeah. This should be the cover.
This is for Gail regarding Tomb Raider. I know it's an ongoing series, so will there be issues after the second Tomb Raider game comes out?
I think that's a question for Dark Horse.
Yeah, I mean, we would love to do more. We work really well with Square Enix. Crystal Dynamics are great licensor partners of ours. I think that they would love to see more storyline. So it's just a matter of time, really. So we'll kind of just wait and see.
All right, thank you.
Sure. Additional questions? Anybody? Yes, there we go.
I had a question for everybody, but I guess specifically for Brian. With the process, how extensive is the process for doing something like The Massive, where you're, from concept to before you even start, to the point where you start scripting the story? Like, how extensive is the research and idea generating process there? A little bit of what that's like.
Well, the Massive was kind of a special case. That's the only project that I've embarked upon with a solid plan for every single story arc and an ending fully, not written, but definitely all planned out. I sort of like to allow for ideas as I write, for things to evolve, loops. Like usually, like if I pitch, you know, usually pitching to like maybe the first year and the first 18 months of the stories in that pitch, and then at that point on, I just kind of wing it, you know, see where it takes me. But the massive, like I said, the ending is the story. I can't believe we've sort of kept it quiet for 30-ish issues and no one spilled the beans. But that's kind of a special case.
Yeah, Dark Horse definitely thinks long term. They asked me to do 30. They asked me to do an outline of 30 issues for Resurrectionist. So we have yeah. So I did it. It's very long, and it's super exciting. Can't share it with you guys.
Yours is 12 issues, yes. Well, when I was writing The Massive, I didn't write it out that much. You know,
We actually,
super easy. What you got to talk about? Then a robot shows up, whatever. Money. You know, I did Buzzkill, which is 4 issues. It was originally pitched as a bigger story. For those of you who haven't read it, it's about a superhero who gets his powers from drinking and doing drugs. And yeah, you all got really excited. Yeah, go read it. You did. It was awesome. And he actually goes through the 12 steps and tries to get clean, but his villains and stuff aren't really going to let him walk away. So the pitch was going to be for 12 issues, 1 for each step. When I got the approval, I got 4 issues, and it ended up being a lot better for it, I think, because you kind of condense and just get right to the meat of it. With Ghost Fleet, it's 12 issues, maybe more. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I definitely had to do like a big long outline for the first time in my life, and kind of tell them how it ended, which was weird to like let go of that and actually tell someone. I remember when I was writing Buzzkill, I turned in the 3rd issue, and I got an email from my editor and was like, "Hey man, if you get a chance, can you tell me how this ends? Because I really, it's pretty good, but like you can tell me, I won't tell anyone." So they all died, by the way. And so on the paybacks, which Elliot and I are doing, we
actually secluded ourselves in a cabin in the woods in East Texas for a week.
Not even exaggerating.
Nope. Cabin madness set in, and we almost murdered each other.
Hashtag cabin madness.
Yeah, it was bad. We stayed there for no electricity or heat. We pooped in the same place where we ate, which was awful.
That's not. I think it's okay. Hold on. There was. I hate you.
No, you don't. You love it.
Yeah, we're normally such stable people that you can imagine being enclosed in a tight space would be conducive to good storytelling.
Yeah, and it was. We got a lot of insanity.
Yeah, we actually wrote the first year of the book in that cabin. Actually, where we wrote in East Texas is a little town called Emory, in Rains County, which is why the main character, the leader's name is Emory Rains. Yeah. It's 5 minutes, you got the light. So I'd like to take this opportunity. No, I'm kidding. Does anybody else want to talk about the things?
Well, Raphael, down in the end, you got anything to say about world building or planning out a story arc for Amy?
How it happened?
Yeah.
Well, actually, it was weird because originally 8 was published in a web comic in Brazil with a different name and a bit different story, but this website who hired me and other cartoonists, each one to do one different thing. My project I was supposed to do with another writer who never delivered. And in the last minute, like 1 day before the first page go up, I had to decide if I leave the project or create something from scratch. So I came up with this idea and started writing it while I was pretty much drawing it. I didn't really have a plan. So sure, after a while I could pitch it, and I knew barely where I was going, but it's pretty much like last minute thing.
So yeah, just make stuff up as you go along. It's the easiest job in the way.
Any questions from our audience? Any final questions before we wrap this one up today? all of these fantastic creators are going to be signing this weekend up at Dark Horse. I highly recommend everybody come on up to booth 1636. There's lots of awesome stuff for free. And yeah, come see these guys and check out their books because there's a lot of great stuff coming out, already out. Again, thanks very much. Jim, Gail, Fred, Donnie, Brian, Elliot, Raphael, Tony, Erica. Thank you, everybody.